Mr. Batty, you are a car guy. You and I connect on that level, so I feel it only fitting that I'm in my car as I meet with you to discuss what's about to happen at Arkansas. How you feeling these days?
Good. Yes. Awesome.
Okay. What parallels do you draw between automobiles and cars and football?
um, Lots of moving parts that all have to work together. I think that's the simplest way to put it.
Yeah, in that regard, how do you feel like things are going with so many moving parts for BYU football through the first 2 weeks? Is this a high functioning automobile?
I would agree. I would say so. I would say it's a very high performance vehicle that at least we're endeavoring to create here, and I think the pieces are coming together well.
Certainly on the defensive side, I mean, giving up no points to Sam Houston, only 16 to Southern Utah. How would you assess the defense after 2 weeks? And more importantly, what is Jay Hill telling you the defense is doing through those first 2 weeks?
Yeah, we've had good things and bad things, right? And that's what happens, right? You get into the first couple games of the season, trying to figure those things out, right? Trying to make sure all those parts are well oiled and moving properly. And so that's what we've been doing is we've been finding the spots that are sticking and trying to grease them up so everything runs smoothly as it should, and make sure that the defense is the defense that we want it to be, right? A hard, tough-nosed, aggressive defense that we don't give up very many points, and we're able to put our offense in great situations.
The pride of pace and Tyler Batty is with us on BYU Sports Nation, and even using the car verbiage. That's a veteran move on your part. I do want to look into specifically some of the things that you feel like are hitting on all cylinders right now. Like, what's the best thing that the defense is doing right now?
I think honestly, playing as a unit, I think that was especially on display for Sam Houston, right? Back end, linebackers, front end, everyone's working really well together, right? We're getting after it up front. Our DBs and everyone's are locking it down in the secondary, and then everyone's rallying to the ball, making tackles, making plays, interceptions, fumbles. All those things are going to become products of everyone working together.
And in contrast, what are the things that need a little more grease, need to run a little smoother?
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe limiting some explosive plays. We gave up some explosive plays against SUU that allowed them to get in the red zone and score. That's something that we want to prevent, right? And so we got to make sure that again, everyone's just doing their job, and we're taking care of business as usual.
Now, I know Arkansas will present a number of challenges. You know Arkansas. You played against them last year. You know what their quarterback, KJ Jefferson, is capable of, especially if you don't wrap up a behemoth beast like he is at quarterback. So how are you altering the approach for the second go-around against KJ Jefferson in Arkansas?
Yeah, honestly, it really, like I mentioned a second ago, it just comes back to everyone doing their job, right? Being in the position that they need to be, and then again rallying to the ball. He's a big guy, right? And he's tough to take down. We've seen that in the past. That's something he does consistently, and so we just got to all hands on deck, right? To make sure that we get him down and get that offense stopped.
What else do you know about Arkansas's offense at this point? Because I know it's still relatively early in the week. So what do you feel like they are and what they're going to try and do?
Yeah, they're gonna run the ball, right. First off, they're gonna come out and they're gonna try to move the ball on the ground, and they're also gonna throw it, right. We've seen through the first 2 weeks with them that they've done both pretty efficiently, and so that's really what we're expecting, is just to be able to stop the run and then get after it when they go to pass it.
What type of atmosphere and reception do you expect in Fayetteville and SEC country?
I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be hostile, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun to go out there.
Why do you feel like this team is ready for a hostile environment?
I think we've bonded really well as a team. I think our team chemistry is really good, and I think guys are ready to take on that challenge.
I'm glad you mentioned the word chemistry, because I was speaking specifically about this with Keaton Slovis and Isaac Rex. And Isaac said, well, we did a bunch of karaoke together and that really helped our chemistry. Okay. So in that line, what is it that happened off the field that is creating good chemistry for the defense specifically?
Yeah, absolutely. Guys are getting to know each other, right? You know, the better you know the guys around you, the better you're going to be able to play with them. And so I think most guys have done a really good job of going out of the way to develop those relationships off the field, so that we can play together better on the field, right?
Why does that make such a difference? Like what is it about that? Like having this off the field relationship so that it helps you when you are in competition?
Right. A lot of sports and a lot of football in particular, right, comes down to trust. You know, you've got to be able to trust the guys around you to do their job, and they've got to be able to trust you to do yours. If that's not there, things get out of whack. People start trying to do too much, and then it kind of falls apart, right? If that trust isn't there. And so those relationships off the field really help to develop that trust. That way, when we get in, hard situations, where we're on our own 5-yard line and we need to keep them out, guys are ready to do so.
Tyler, we'll finish with this because I know you got to get off to a meeting, but if you could envision the prime start for the BYU defense against a more than capable Arkansas offense, what would that look like?
Not giving up any points, right? That's always the goal. Is just going out there and just making sure that we keep their offense off the field as much as possible. So that's what I would say is, as long as we can go out there and do our job and try to limit, their production as much as possible, that'd be definitely a successful start for us.
Yeah, it always sounds so simple, but really it is that. Do your job, right? Just do your job.
Yep.
All right. Tyler, you're a Renaissance man, a man of many talents. We appreciate the time you spent with us here today. Some BYU Sports Nation karma to you for the game in Arkansas, and good luck against the Razorbacks.
Thanks, Spencer.